Hi everyone. So here we are again for my weekly meal plan. If you haven't listened before, this episode is basically just me sharing with you the meal plan that I have for the upcoming week for my family. I use a very simple meal rotation, so there's not a whole lot of variety from week to week. I did that on purpose to make life really simple, and kind of seasonally I'll change up some things, and I try and like mix up the sides and things like that somewhat. But we have a very busy life right now, like at this season of our life, and it just made life a whole lot easier for me to do a simple meal planning. So if you haven't listened before, just to give you a quick example, every other Tuesday we have tacos. On the other Tuesday in between that, we do like a Chipotle night. Every other Monday we do hamburgers. It's like that kind of thing. So I know if I had hamburgers this week, 2 weeks from now we're going to have it again. I go ahead in my app that I use to keep my meal plan, and I'll put hamburgers down 2 weeks from now. That way when I get to that week, that day is already taken care of. And I do a similar rotation on other days of the week. I don't plan lunches. I usually do sandwiches or leftovers, or like frozen pizza, stuff like that for lunches. I just plan our dinners. So this meal plan starts on Saturday, this upcoming Saturday. I always put it out on Wednesday, which would give you enough time to shop if you did want to use any of this part of this meal plan. Or if you might want to just listen to this to give you some ideas, maybe to think of some things you haven't made in a while if you're working on coming up with ideas for your meal plan. So for Saturday, we're having turkey meatloaf with shells and cheese and frozen vegetables. So the turkey meatloaf recipe that my kids are used to, that I've kind of always made as they were growing up, is called Jenny O's, like the turkey meat brand, Jenny O's Best Ever Meatloaf. And that recipe is from allrecipes.com if you're interested in looking it up. I basically follow the recipe, except I don't include the onions and the garlic just because my family doesn't usually eat those in meatloaf. But anyway, it's a pretty good recipe, and that's how I always make the meatloaf. And with that, we're just having shells and cheese, just like a boxed shells and cheese, and just a bag of frozen vegetables, like a steam fresh type vegetable on the side. Then for Sunday, we are doing sausage and peppers for a dozen, and that is also from allrecipes.com. And it's super easy. You basically just put sausage, Italian sausage, peppers, and onions chopped up in the crock pot. You dump a jar of sauce over it, and you let it cook all day. And you can make sausage sandwiches with it, but we're not doing the sandwiches. I'm actually doing an easy ravioli bake on the side. So we'll have the sausages will cook in the crock pot all day. And then when it's almost done, I'm going to make this easy ravioli bake, which is from BettyCrocker.com. And it's a really simple ravioli bake where you basically just put like sauce, frozen ravioli, mozzarella, and then another layer of sauce, frozen ravioli, and mozzarella. And you bake it in the oven, and it's kind of like a ravioli lasagna type dish. It's really good, and it goes good with the sausage and peppers. So that's what we're doing on Sunday. Monday is hamburger night again. So we're doing we're just doing regular hamburgers. I buy the ground beef and put a little bit of hamburger seasoning on them, and just a simple hamburger patty. I'll be grilling those. We're also going to do Greek pasta salad 1. It's like Greek pasta salad and Roman numeral 1, and that's from allrecipes.com. It's like a pasta salad that has like some meat and olives and peppers and things like that in it, mushrooms. I haven't made that in a while, so that's a new side dish that I'm kind of throwing in. It's kind of summery. We're also doing easy oven roasted potatoes, but that's the recipe. There's really not much of a recipe to it. It's just from Pillsbury.com, but it's really just basic roasted potatoes. But I will be cooking, I'll be chopping up some potatoes and basically roasting them in the air fryer, just because I don't want to have to turn on the oven in case it's going to be hot. And then we're just going to do a can of pork and beans with that. So that's for Monday. Tuesday is Chipotle night. We do that every other Tuesday, and that's just a copycat Chipotle type dinner where I basically do some broiled chicken, like I cut up chicken breast in like little strips and broil it with some seasoning. I'll put out like cheddar cheese, black beans, brown rice, salsa, sour cream. I might have said that already, I don't remember. Avocado, all the kind of stuff you would do in like a Chipotle bowl. and we do that every other Tuesday. So that's for this Tuesday's meal. Then on Wednesday, I'm doing a shrimp scampi bake, which is from allrecipes.com. And it's a really, really simple meal. Basically what you do is you melt butter and like Dijon mustard and some lemon juice in a big, like a 10 by 13, or 11 by 13 baking dish. You melt it, then you put the shrimp in there, and you just kind of toss it around to cover it with that butter and mustard mixture. And you bake it, and then when it's done, I make spaghetti like while it's cooking, and then when it's done, you take it out and you just kind of toss the shrimp mixture in with the spaghetti, and it's really good and it's really simple. So that's what we're going to be having for Wednesday. On Thursday, a lot of times on Thursday we'll either do like soup and grilled cheese, or we'll do breakfast for dinner. I try and do something really quick and easy on Thursdays because that's when I go grocery shopping. So this Thursday we're doing Instant Pot Tuscan bean and lentil soup. Sounds complicated, but it's a super, super easy recipe that goes in the Instant Pot. And it's basically just like cannellini beans or Great Northern beans, lentils, broth, and some seasonings. And you just cook it in the Instant Pot, and then I'll do like grilled cheese on the side, and it's really good. That recipe is from cookinglight.com. I also want to mention too, like sometimes I cheat and leave out a whole bunch of ingredients, like especially when there's lots of like different herbs and seasonings and stuff. I'm sure it tastes great like that, but when I'm just trying to do a quick meal for my family on like a night when I don't have a whole lot of time, I just find that it comes out just as good if you just put like the basic ingredients and then just add like some salt and pepper or whatever seasonings you happen to have on hand. So that's kind of what I do just to make it simpler. And then Friday, the last day of the meal plan, we're going to be doing baked chicken nuggets, which is from allrecipes.com also. And this is a really good, somewhat healthier, I think somewhat healthier chicken nugget recipe. Basically what you do is you cut up chicken breasts in these little tiny chunks, and then you toss them in butter. But I only use like a very, very small amount of the butter, even than what it says to do, just enough to just lightly coat them. And then you kind of toss them in breadcrumbs and you bake them, and they come out really, really good. So we do that once in a while. I haven't made them kind of in a while, I don't think. So anyway, we're going to do the baked chicken nuggets. And then with that, I'm doing spinach and chickpeas. And that's from, actually, you know what? I just realized I put the wrong recipe for that on my meal plan, because that's not the spinach and chickpea recipe that I wanted. So I'm fixing it. I am changing it to, it's called spinach with garbanzo beans, which of course, as you know, is chickpeas also, but that's the recipe that I actually wanted to put on my meal plan. And that is from allrecipes.com. The recipe is actually, I'm guessing it's in Spanish. The name of the recipe says like espinacas con garbanzos. I'm assuming that maybe that is in Spanish, spinach with garbanzo beans. But then in parentheses it says spinach with garbanzo beans after it, and that's from allrecipes.com. So it's really, really simple. If you like chickpeas and you like fresh spinach, kind of what you do is you kind of cook up the chickpeas in like a pot, and then like when they're almost cooked, you like add the spinach with like some olive oil, and you just kind of mix it up so that the spinach kind of wilts and the chickpeas are a little bit smashed and kind of cooked. I don't know, I think it's a good side dish, so we're gonna have that with the baked chicken nuggets because I also haven't made it in a while. So I'm trying to like add in a little bit, mix up the side dishes a little bit, just because, you know, sometimes it kind of will help make the rotating of the meals a little bit, you know, so it's not always the same kind of thing. And then with that, we're doing scallop potatoes, just like the simple box kind, like the inexpensive like box of scallop potatoes that you just kind of make either in the oven or in the microwave. I'll probably make them in the oven because I'll be baking the chicken nuggets in the microwave. I'll be baking the chicken nuggets in the oven, so I'll probably make the scallop potatoes in the microwave, not in the oven. And that's it for the meal plan today. I will check these recipes to see if there's any that I have not posted on my Facebook page yet. I'm quite sure that there are, because I know I did add a couple of new things in here. So what I always do is I post these recipes on the Facebook page. That way, if you wanted to go, just click on a link to the recipe, you can find it there. Most of these have already been posted there because I do a meal rotation, but I will look and see by tomorrow if there's any recipes that need to be added to the Facebook page. So the Facebook page is facebook.com/Lola's Frugal Life. And like I said, the recipes are there. You can also message me there. I would love to know if you like these meal plan episodes, because I'm not really sure if they're helpful to anyone or not. So I'm just trying to figure out, if this is useful, if you like these, if it maybe helps you meal plan at all, or any other feedback you'd like to share about any other episodes. Would really be appreciated. So you can message me there. You can post a comment on the Facebook page. You can like the page if you want to follow what we post. There's also a link to the private listeners group there. And you can click that link, or you can go directly to facebook.com/groups/Lola's Frugal Life, and you could submit a request to join the user group. And that's a little community that we're building where we can talk about topics that are discussed on the show. So I'd love to have you join. I'd love to hear from you. Don't forget also to subscribe if you like the show. And if you'd like to leave me a review on whatever platform you listen to, that would be super, super appreciated. And that's it for tonight. I hope you enjoyed the episode. And I thank you so much for listening. Have an awesome day.